There hasn't been a reported case of equine infectious anemia in Washington state since 2015. Now there's 2 in Yakima County. KapKVU's Emily Goodell spoke to a Washington State Department of Agriculture vet who is urging certain horse owners to get their horses tested.
If you have a horse who participated in sanctioned or unsanctioned races this summer in Washington state or California, they may have been exposed to equine infectious anemia.
It can be fatal. Oftentimes it's not fatal, which is kind of a problem because they never clear the virus. So when it's not fatal and they become carriers for life.
There's no cure, treatment, or vaccine. Sometimes it's spread by blood-feeding insects like horseflies, traveling between an infected horse and a healthy one.
The other cause of the spread is through contaminated needles, reusing equipment or needles between infected and non-infected horses, which is probably how these 2 horses got infected.
Potentially at an unsanctioned race that didn't require an antibody test prior to the event.
After their immune system responds to the virus and they produce antibodies, that can be as late as, most commonly it's like that 30 to 60 days.
But some might not test positive for 5 or 6 months. And once they do, your options are limited.
Lifetime quarantine with no exposure for 200 yards to another horse, or euthanasia.
The 2 infected horses are quarantined on their respective properties, and 6 others are under observation. Officials say while the risk your horse was exposed at a race is low, the consequences are high enough to warrant a test.
That yearly test, even if you're not traveling outside of the state of Washington, if you think your horse is living a lifestyle that puts him in a higher risk, that seems like pretty cheap insurance.
In Yakima County, Emily Goodell, KapKVU Local News.
The WSDA says they believe they have the disease contained to the 2 properties in Yakima County, but still want people to get their horses tested out of an abundance of caution.